City council members raising the possibility of big reforms in the San Antonio Police Department today.
In the shadow of ongoing protests, the police chief and top city staff briefed city council members this afternoon about various issues with the police department. Garrett Berger has been keeping an eye on this meeting.
So, Garrett, what have you been hearing about these so far?
Well, definitely a lot of support for change, though what that means specifically still to be determined. Council members got an earful from Black Lives Matter supporters last week during a council meeting, and some have been out at the demonstrations. During a meeting today, some raised their own ideas for reform. Now, we heard some talk about budget priorities, which has come up before, but Councilwoman Shirley Gonzalez also asked if top police officials need to be law enforcement officers. City staff say they do. She suggested changing the leadership, how the leadership works might be needed if they want real reform. And Councilwoman Jada Andrews Sullivan called for repealing state laws that govern the hiring and discipline process for officers and the San Antonio Police's ability to form a union. Local voters could petition to get those issues on a ballot. Now, according to information from the city, if a city adopted neither one of those state codes or civil service by charter, the officers would be under the state and federal employment laws that generally apply to public employees.
I ask that the city of San Antonio continue to let their voices be heard and to go to ensuring that this petition to repeal things that have been done prior to any of us being alive.
Now, in his comments, the police chief also focused on a need to reform the disciplinary process, which is controlled by one of those state codes, and the union contract. The chief also talked about the 8 Can't Wait campaign, a campaign that pushes policies it says would decrease killings by police. Now, the chief believes the department meets all the policies in that campaign, even if it only gets credit for about half of them. He said he would continue to work on that in that area. Now, the Public Safety Committee is also expected to hold a series of community listening sessions later this month to hear what changes the public wants to see. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.